Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark, Sarah, and Pam. Welcome back, you guys.
Hey, thanks.
Left me all alone yesterday.
How was that? Did you do okay?
All right.
I did all right.
You survived without us.
It was fine.
Sportsed okay without us, without our input?
It was okay.
Yeah.
We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Give us a listen at lydiamediallc.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
Today's show is brought to you by United Piping, serving residential and commercial customers with new installations and repairs. Call today and schedule your oil and gas boiler cleanings at 754-4556. UPI, the best plumbers around. And by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it! At 6 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com. And remember, the party starts at Ruper's.
Our guest today, and I will say it's about time.
I would say so, too.
We get Elaine St. Pierre in the studio. How are you, Elaine?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Great. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Elaine is the owner of Simply Organized Spaces. You can find them online at simplyorganizedspaces.me. And we're going to talk to Elaine about a whole bunch of things, including getting organized around the holidays.
Sounds
which I
good.
think a lot of us have issues with. You know, I do.
I know you do, Mark.
I still have my iPhone case from 2004
In the box.
in the box.
I don't have trouble staying organized just around the holidays. It's year round.
It's a problem.
This one's for you, Pam.
That's right. It's actually an intervention, Pam.
I wouldn't have been surprised.
We didn't want to
Like,
say.
yeah, you're right. I need help.
Let's take a look at some headlines for Thursday, November 21st.
The Sun-Journal reports that the Lewiston City Council voted unanimously to extend the time frame from the Ad Hoc Shelter Committee for another year to develop a permanent shelter. Committee chairperson Craig Settlemeyer said they are working toward a September 1st, 2025 start date as the group works to secure funding from several sources.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration issued a warning letter to Tom's of Maine after finding several kinds of bacteria, including one that can cause sepsis and blood and lung infections, in water used to make Tom's toothpaste. The agency noted that the company failed to investigate 400 complaints about odor, color, and taste in toothpaste products, including those for children.
If you could see my face right now.
That is, I'm actually like, yeah, same face. I'm alarmed.
Yeah. And I knew a lot of people that loved it, like not even living in the state, like across the country that used that. I just never could take to it. It wasn't my thing. I wish I could have because it all natural, but
Well, it's
now
all-
I'm kind of
it's all
glad
natural.
I didn't get into
But it's full of bacteria.
Yeah,
That's natural.
Not good. Not good.
That's not good at all.
Yikes, that's scary.
It is. Senator Angus King is co-sponsoring legislation to ensure military families have access to critical health care during pregnancy rather than waiting until after childbirth to increase their coverage. It would also empower service members and their spouses to choose a health care plan that best meets their needs during pregnancy.
And despite a 9% drop in summer tourism in Maine last year, the Maine Office of Tourism reports a 9.3% increase in winter visitors. An MOT spokesperson said it may be due to increased marketing, highlighting the pillars of Maine's vibrant downtowns, outdoor recreation, cultural heritage, and food.
The weather, rain today, rain tomorrow, and rain on Saturday with temps in the high 40s. It might not rain on Sunday.
That'd be great.
Oh, by the way, we are now officially 1 month away from the start of winter.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
In sports, the Bruins host the Utah Hockey Club tonight at 7. It will be the Bruins' head coaching debut for former assistant Joe Sacco, who is filling in on an interim basis following the firing of Jim Montgomery.
The Celtics visit the Washington Wizards tomorrow night.
Bates College men's basketball lost to Husson University 78-76. So that's tight.
Yep, that was a tough loss for the Bobcats. The Maine Nordiques visit the New Jersey Titans tomorrow and Saturday.
The NA3 Nordiques will visit at the Northeast Generals tomorrow afternoon.
And our 3-8 Patriots take on the 4-6 Miami Dolphins on Sunday afternoon. And be sure to check the Uncle Andy's Facebook page later today, as Lydia, our fearless furry football forecaster, will be making her pick. She is 2-0, undefeated when picking teams, and 1-1 when picking the over-under.
All right, Lydia.
Typically, I would think the Patriots had a chance because it's the Miami Dolphins, but we always seem to lose against the Dolphins.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating.
I'm going with Lydia. Whatever she picks.
Whatever Lydia chooses.
Said, put your money where her mouth is.
That's right. That's where it's going. Right now, it's time for the podcast segment that is sweeping. Elaine joined us on that one.
I love it.
Nobody heard her. She was like, sweeping?
Sweeping.
Sweeping the Twin Cities.
Yeah.
It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for November the 21st, shall we?
Okay.
All right. We're going to start off with Michael Strahan, who is a former football player turned TV host.
$20,000 pyramid. Right?
Does he host that now?
Is he doing that
I think
too?
he did. I think he might have played football, but I think I know him from
Yes.
the game shows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's right.
She is
the
right.
pyramid game.
The
And I don't have a
Pyramid
computer
Game
in front
for
of me.
ABC. He was alongside Kelly Ripa on Live with Kelly and Michael.
She was mad when he left.
Really?
Really?
I didn't know anything about
Spill
that.
the tea. Why?
Well, because it was Kelly and Regis,
Yeah.
and then he left. And then I think someone else came
wasn't
for
Ryan
a very
Seacrest?
maybe for a short time, and then he left. And then I think Strahan came on, and then he took the job on Good Morning America, or
Yeah.
he left for a reason. And she was like, I think she was taking it personally at
Yeah,
that
no
point.
one likes her.
Well, I
Wow.
mean,
And
I
now
would
it's her.
too.
Now it's her and her husband. So
He can't leave.
he can't leave. Anyway,
Wow.
yeah.
He's stuck.
Yeah. Nicolette Sheridan is 61 today.
Yeah.
What do you know about her? Sam?
I remember her from Desperate Housewives.
She was in Knots Landing, I think.
She was, yeah,
Loved
yeah.
her in
She
that.
did the Dynasty reboot, but she was the cutest as Edie Britt on Desperate Housewives.
Never saw that.
Yeah, she
I'm
was
not
very
desperate.
likable.
Marlo Thomas,
Oh, that girl.
87 today.
Yes.
That girl.
Married to Phil Donahue.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. She was that girl from 1966 to 1971.
Yep, she was Rachel Green's mom on Friends.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
No
and she's
idea.
a huge part of the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Like she's that little face that pops up and talks about
Commercials.
St. Jude's and asks for your support.
Yeah, she's their national outreach director, and also received a Grammy Award for her children's album "Marlo Thomas and Friends." Thanks and giving all year long.
Oh,
So
that's so
cute.
sweet.
How appropriate!
She's just
Yeah.
so darn cute.
She is cute.
Put her in my pocket and walk around with her. Gosh darn it.
And in 2014, she was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And rounding out FPBs for November the 21st is the one and only Goldie Hawn,
Love her.
who is 79 years old today.
She's so good in everything she does. I
Such
just love
great
her.
comic timing.
Got her start on Laugh-In in
That's
the 60s.
before my time.
She was one of the dancing girls, right?
Yeah. She was very
even
funny
know
on
what
that
that
as well.
is.
I was just telling Elaine before we started the show that yesterday, for whatever reason, because it was on, I watched Seems Like Old Times with Chevy Chase.
I've seen it at
Charles
least 10
Grodin.
times. It's
Yeah,
so good.
it's such a great movie,
haven't
and she was
seen that one.
fantastic in it.
Yes, she
But yeah,
is.
she's done everything. Private Benjamin,
Yes.
remember that one?
Yeah.
Overboard.
Yeah.
Overboard was the
with
best.
Kurt Russell.
Funny.
Oh, my
yes.
goodness.
I love that,
was a good one.
Death Becomes Her
I did
with
see that
Meryl
one.
Streep
Yeah.
and Bruce Willis.
The First Wives was
That was
First
so
Wives
good.
Oh, that
Club
was
pretty
so
Yeah.
good.
She was
Yeah.
cute in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
adorable.
Yeah.
And then I was pleasantly surprised at the end of the Christmas Chronicles that she came in as Mrs. Claus
Yeah,
at the
with
end.
Kurt.
I was like, oh my God, that was a perfect ending.
It was so good.
Christmas
Yeah, they've been together
Chronicles.
forever.
That's Kurt Russell, right?
Yep.
They're not married, but they've been together
Right.
forever.
Right.
For,
Well,
like,
he raised her
ever.
kids, right? Like
Yeah.
their dad had no involvement in their life. He
Oliver
raised
and
them.
Kate, yeah.
Yep.
and also founded the Hahn Foundation, which educates underprivileged children.
Oh, she's so sweet.
Those are your FPBs for November the 21st. Locally owned and locally focused. Lydia Media celebrates the heart of the greater Lewiston-Auburn area through 2 magazines, Uncle Andy's Digest and LA Metro Magazine, and the new Lydia's Lunch Bunch podcast. Each production shines a positive light on local businesses, nonprofits, events, and individuals making a difference in our community. Keep your advertising dollars local. Position your business in front of your target audience with Lydia Media. Learn more at lydiamediallc.com. Now, we shift focus. We take a hard left turn.
Yeah, we do.
The moment you've all been waiting for.
That's right. We welcome in our guest once again, Elaine St. Pierre of Simply Organized Spaces, and so much more.
That's right.
I think just saying you're the owner of Simply Organized Spaces doesn't do you justice.
You're such
You
a
are
huge part
so
of the
involved
community. Yeah.
in this community,
Thank
including the LA Metro Chamber of Commerce.
That's right. I'm on the
Right.
board, and I'm finishing my 3rd term, 6 years total, and then I'm done. It's 3 2-year terms. So,
What are your responsibilities on the board?
oh my goodness.
So many. So many.
Well,
long
I
list.
we go to meetings once a month. We have
Yeah.
board meetings, but I also do the membership services committee. I was the chair for a few years of that, and that's just kind of helping new members and helping all members, really. And I try to go to functions. I try to go to ribbon cuttings and things like that whenever I can. I was on the executive committee for a while. Yeah, just do all things chamber, business after hours, and really promoting the chamber is what I like to do. And it's easy for me because I like promoting small businesses and any businesses, local businesses. So,
Like your own?
yeah, Simply Organized Spaces.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
When did it start?
Well, I had a job that I loved, and then COVID happened. So my boss told me that he was going to put me on furlough for 2 weeks. So I thought, okay. And then that became months. And so I said, well, I've got to do something. And I can't get a real job because I want to go back to my job that I love. So I just said, I'm going to start doing this on the side. And then I started doing it. And it was really tough to start a business in COVID is like probably not the smartest thing to do, but I did it. And, I did the masking and the online stuff. But then it really took off a couple of years ago. And so now, so after I started getting clients, my boss told me a year into my 2-year furlough that they weren't calling me back. They just wanted to keep the doors open. And so I said, okay, well, we'll make this a business. So in October of 2020 is when I officially started the business.
Have you always been an organized person?
Yes. I can never remember a time that I was not organized. Even when I was a kid, my side of the room, I shared a room with my sister, and my side was always neat and organized. So you had to when you walked in the door, you had to see my area first, and not because so the whole room looked organized. I just can't remember not being organized. I love it. You know what? Organizing is freedom. You can find everything. You know where everything is. I don't spend hours looking for things. I just know where it is. So
There's a peace in it.
it's easy.
Yes.
It's peace, yes. Yeah. It
What's
just
that
makes me feel calm. It's just the calmness. Like, how can you possibly sit in your living room and relax when there's stuff everywhere?
Yeah.
It's not possible for me.
It's pretty easy.
Are you it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Are you a tchotchkes, like, decor type person? Do you have a lot of that stuff around your
I
house?
don't. I actually don't like a lot of clutter, and I don't like a lot of stuff. My stuff pretty much has a purpose or a memory attached to it. If someone gave me a gift or if pictures or something like that. But I don't have just stuff. Even Christmas decorations, I don't have a lot of stuff because I don't like clutter.
We don't need a lot of stuff.
We don't need
don't
stuff.
really.
I'm very minimal. It's got to have some kind of function,
Right.
Yeah.
and a purpose to it.
When I'm leaving or I know something's happening where I want to sit and I have to clean and organize first. And
Right. Absolutely.
it's definitely not to what I would like it to be, but I definitely do that before I know I'm either going to have to come back from a long weekend or
Right.
vacation or whatever. And I
And then you can relax. I always do my dishes before I go to bed because I get up to a nice clean countertop. And
I
before I
can't.
go on a trip, I could relate to Sarah talking about that. Yeah, because what if something happens on the trip and I come back and what if something happens and I don't come back?
See? It's not just me.
Someone's going to see she was a professional organizer and our house is a mess. That would not do.
I can't start cooking in my kitchen until I clean it. So if someone else has left a mess, I have to clean it fully and then start making the meal that I'm about to make. Like it's a problem.
I bet you do the dishes right after you eat. Too.
I do, yeah. Oh my gosh, Nick hates that. He's like, "What are you doing? Can't you just sit down and relax?" It's like, no.
no,
I have
can't.
other things I need to do in this room, and I can't do them until that's done. Can't do it.
You get it. Sarah
Mark's
gets
looking.
me.
I get it.
No, I have a question for you because we did a show a couple of days ago where Sarah told us that before she leaves a hotel room, she makes the bed and folds the used towels.
That's weird.
I don't do that. I do make it every day.
Is that a disorder?
Well, I put the sign up because I don't want anyone in my room. When I'm in a hotel, I'll clean it myself. But I do not. I make the bed every day, but not on the last day. And I don't fold the disgusting, dirty
just
towels.
leave
Sorry,
them on-
Sarah.
I leave them on the
I put them in a
floor.
pile, nice, neat pile. I mean, it's not.
I don't want them to trip over them.
I throw them under the sink.
You don't have
so
to
you can't
fold
see
them, though. I understand putting them in a pile so they can just pick them up easily, but
No, I fold them and I fold them over the top of the tub. I pile them
Still.
on the floor mat and fold
Throw them
over.
under the sink.
Then they not. What if they don't get to it till later in the day and those wet towels sit in a pile all stinky?
Oh, I don't.
That is their job. They see it in every other hotel room.
This is a new level, Sarah.
I
This
know.
is way.
So disclaimer: I cleaned rooms in high school for a hotel, so there's certain things where
That
I'm
makes
well,
sense.
that's disgusting. So
Well, I would never leave it trashed or anything like that. I would never do that.
it's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with me.
You know what? I have lists in my pocketbook that no one's going to see, and I recopy it so it's neat.
Okay.
Okay, so I have
Now
issues
that's
too.
just crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy talk.
I've done that, but it's because I've crossed things out and I have more things to add. So I
Yeah,
just restart my
recopy
list
it.
and rewrite the things that I haven't done yet and add the other
Yeah.
things.
So that's normal.
Not quite because it's messy, but
It's messy because
kind of
it's
the
crossed
same
out.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
we understand, Elaine, you're very busy right now. You're booked solid,
I am booked solid.
right? But you help people organize their homes
I organize.
and in turn their lives.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever they need. Whatever, I share tips. Like I got a call from someone from church, and I said, you know what? I don't have time to help you, but here's some ideas. So this way I don't have to charge you. I'll just kind of
Right,
give ideas
right.
for people that ask. Like simple things like get rid of clutter if you haven't used it in 2 years. Looked at it, used it, clothing, whatever, get rid of it, unless it's, sentimental. We wear 20% of the clothes in our closets 80% of the time. That is a statistic. It's true. Try it.
Yeah.
And
Elaine would hate my closet.
well, I put my hangers backwards after every season. I start in the winter, everything's backwards. When I wear it, I put it hanger forward so you know if you worn it. If you haven't worn it, get rid of it.
I have heard of that trick.
You bought it on sale. It doesn't fit right. Doesn't look right. You don't like the color. You don't like the style. If you haven't worn it, get rid of it.
What is the number one tip you would tell people when they're asking for help?
So declutter is always, the biggest thing. But also, you got to use your spaces wisely. If you have I'm using my hands. If you have a long closet, you want to use a long organizing rack. You need bins and baskets and stuff like that, but fill the space. I never use round. Round is wasted space. They might be cuter, but you want to use rectangle, oblong, because you can fill the whole space.
Yeah, we
And
don't need cute in the closet.
No,
right?
no.
it anyway.
So you just got to.
Functional.
There's so much wasted space. You don't want to waste the space. You can put shelves in there on the bottom, little racks, stuff like that, because you don't want to waste precious space, unless you have extra space. Most people I talk to do not have enough space. They need more space.
That's me.
Yeah.
So
So
not enough.
your projects can range anywhere from helping someone organize a closet to really helping somebody who has issues, like real issues with holding on to things and not letting them go.
I have dealt with hoarders, and honestly, I'm not taking on any more hoarders because it's a really big job. You need a team, and I've done it, and it's really it's very difficult for them to part with their stuff, and it's you almost need a counselor
Right.
to help them with that, and I can do a lot, but I'm not a counselor. I do have one client who she loves me, and she has me over, and she says this is better than therapy session, cleaning up and stuff like that. So she's a lovely, wonderful lady. Will probably listen to this, but I won't say her name. So just whatever I can do to help, but I have my limitations.
Yeah. Your goal is to get people organized and let them continue to move in that direction without
Right.
your help.
I set up systems like if their counter is totally cluttered all the time, I put a basket, simple basket. All your mail that comes in during the day goes in that basket. You look at it whenever you can. Instead of having piles all over the place and in your kitchen, you want to have things, put things on top of the fridge but usually baskets help. And then once they have it, they can even label it. So maybe their spouse or the kids or everyone's going to know where everything goes without them having to constantly be organizing every day. It just stays organized. And, sometimes they'll call me for, in 6 months for a tune-up or whatever. But usually I tell my clients my goal is for you to not need me anymore. That is my goal because I really, it's a business and it's my work, but I really want to help people. That is my goal, to help them be organized. And people tell me that they're happy, and I tell them I pride myself in 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if they're not satisfied, I will fix it. And they don't have to take every suggestion that I give them. Most people do, but some people say, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing the thin hanger. Sorry.
Too
I like
much.
I
like my fat
I'm not getting rid of I'm not getting rid of my mother's china. My kids will use it someday. Some people.
Some things like that.
But I'm not going to push them. I'm not a bully.
I like that guarantee because here at the podcast, it's a 43% satisfaction guarantee.
No, we guarantee nothing.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're up to 43 now, so we're good.
No, 100%. It's going to stay like that.
On your
For me.
website, it says, let's work together to get rid of excess clutter and donate things to people in need.
I love that.
I love to donate. So I usually tell people it only hurts for a second to get rid of something. And if you donate to, there's many, many, many organizations that you can donate to, and it's going to do good. And it doesn't hurt as much if you know it's going to someone good. It's not like you're throwing it out. You're repurposing your stuff. And so I purposely, I do an Angel's Wing because I have 3 people on that I know that have lost children to overdoses. So that's why I support them, because of my friends. But I usually tell my clients, this is who I pick. But you can do, there's Katie's Kitchen. There's many, many, many places you can donate to. That's who I donate to. So in Angel's Wing, they just give their stuff, they sell their stuff, but then they give all the money to homes for people to recover from addiction. And it's just a really great organization. So that's my organization that I donate to, but there are many.
Choose one that means something to you.
The store next door.
Yeah,
there's just so many that mean things to people.
Of course.
Yeah.
So.
I just realized that your business name is SOS.
You just realized that?
I
You know me
I'm
just-
like, you're just
I
realizing
just
this?
realized
big
that it's
letters,
SOS.
Elaine, she folds her dirty towels.
Yes, that's true. She's good. Sarah, I love you, but you've got issues.
She might need some counseling as well.
Not going to argue with that. I feel like we all know that.
But we are alike a lot, so that's why I can say that, because I have
I love
issues
Elaine.
too. But yeah, SOS.
And how about as far as like having your house ready for guests?
Well, I try to keep my house always neat and organized,
What
as
about
you know.
for the rest
I was
of us,
like,
Elaine?
that do not do that.
Okay, so
Thank you.
my parents, I used to be so stressed out about cleaning, and I would clean baseboards and on my hands and knees cleaning, and it's like,
Oh, wow.
they're there to see me. They're not there to look at the house. So I used to have to remind myself, okay. And so, yeah, you just have to realize that it's a day about spending time with family, and they're not going to look at your dirty house. Yes, clean your bathroom. But I don't think you have to be on your knees cleaning baseboards in the living room behind the TV.
Yeah.
So as long as it's presentable, kitchen's clean, I'm good with that.
Kitchen and bathroom. Hit those.
Yeah, hit those.
Take the stress off yourself, folks.
Yeah.
Clean your kitchen, clean your bathroom.
Yeah, but the living room, by the time you sit in the living room, everyone's stuffed in there, sitting there and like kind of zoning out.
Zoning out.
Anyway,
Staring at your baseboards.
here's if they're not clean.
Sniper.
Writing Happy Thanksgiving. And
I have another tip. So I have a Christmas village set up, and I have this like blanket of snow. I don't have to dust my living room shelves for a month because I've got that blanket of snow on there. On my
I
black.
like that
Yeah.
So as
one.
people come over, you can be like, didn't have to dust today.
I know, don't have to
I like
because
that.
I've got black, shelving, and it's like I don't have to worry about it because
There
I
you
got my
go.
snow.
Your cats don't.
So I have one cat, and I've only had her for 3 weeks, and she's amazing. So she's not climbing my tree yet. So I'm really excited about
cool.
that. But she's really good. I have this like tape I put on surfaces like on the counter because I don't want
Sticky.
her sticky tape so she
Yeah.
doesn't get on the counter. But she's so good. And I've got the scratch spray so she doesn't scratch my living room rug. But I did when I adopted. I wanted to adopt one from the shelter, and I said I want one that's not going to climb my tree. I have an all year round.
Guarantee me.
You've got an older
here,
cat
this one
then?
has no legs.
Yeah.
No, she's 1 year old.
Stumpy.
And,
Stumpy.
But I have a tree that I leave out all year round. Some of you might know that. I don't know. But I change it, fall. It was just a fall tree full of leaves, and now it's a Christmas tree. And I do like Valentine's Day and spring and summer.
Do you do Halloween tree? Because my friend, she has a specific Halloween tree, and it is the cutest, most adorable
I
thing
don't.
ever.
I have the
Yeah.
fall tree with a few little Halloween items on it, and the colors like the purple light.
Yeah.
Well, purple lights are there all year round, but I do have the orange candy corn lights I put on and stuff like that.
Purple's your color, huh?
Purple is my color. Yes.
Did you know
Yeah.
purple is Lydia's color too?
No.
Oh,
I love her. Purple's royalty.
yes.
Side note that has nothing to do with anything, but I had my colors done, and she told me I couldn't wear purple, and I was like,
Sorry.
You're like, give me my money back.
that's a great opinion, but I'm supposed to be wearing tan and olive green and stuff like that.
Oh, for your skin tone?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No,
Whatever.
Not
Purple's
purple
fine.
and not black and not royal blue. And it's like,
Who tells you this?
she's a professional. She's awesome. She's amazing. But for me, don't tell me I can't wear purple.
You have a connection to the purple.
What is her title? What is her area of expertise where she just looks at you and tells you?
No, she has a business where she does coloring, color tones, and she tells people
So,
what
like,
colors to wear. And she puts like these drapes of clothing over you, and you can help determine
What you look best in, not,
Oh.
Yeah,
not
right.
like what your color
and
is.
what your makeup is and stuff. But it's like,
Oh, my.
she's awesome. But for me, don't tell me I can't wear purple because, sorry,
You're doing it.
I'm doing
anyway.
it. I'm a rebel.
You are. I've always said that about you.
You know.
I'm like, look out for Elaine.
She's a wild
Rebel.
card.
She is.
You never know.
You never know.
I may appear sweet, but
Those are the ones you have to watch out
That's
for.
true.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying this whole act.
you know me too well, Mark.
What do you like on vacation? Are you able to relax on vacation?
Okay, so this is
I'm guessing no.
My husband is awesome, and his vacation is like, let's relax. And my vacation is, we're going to plan this, we're going to go on this, we're going to do this tour, we're going to do this and this, and I like to plan it.
I feel like you walk 1,000 miles on vacations.
I do so much. Like New York City, oh my gosh, I have this plan, and I've got to go see all the shows. And he's like, we're going to the beach. Can we relax? And so we went on one vacation a few years ago, and we had nothing planned. We relaxed, and I thought, this is the way to go on vacation.
You didn't have a hard time with it?
No, well, the first day was like, but once you get used to it, it's like, oh, looking out at the ocean, reading a book.
This is good.
Relaxing. It was probably the best vacation ever. Shout out to Scott. But yeah, he knew what to do, and so he tries to get me to relax more, and he's very good at that. He's very good at relaxing.
You got to have balance, right?
Yeah.
You got to have a person who
But
balances you.
in New York City, I'm sorry, I can't relax.
I mean,
in
New York City isn't for relaxing.
No.
It's
Relaxing
for
is on the
salsa.
beach. Or,
I want to see all the
York
shows and stuff. Yeah, but the beach, yeah, relaxing is nice.
Do you have any suggestions for people who are sentimental about Christmas ornaments that are broken or that they don't want to throw away but are not necessarily something they could put on a tree?
So I have a box of that. So I like to declutter and throw away. I don't get rid of ornaments. So I have those. It's like a tote, and it's got all the little circle round balls in it. It's like 24, and I just put them in there. And I've got some from when my kids were little, like that I'll never get rid of, and I just keep them in. And then I have another shoebox that's kind of things that are like I've got this angel my daughter made when she was like really young, and it's falling apart. There's no way I could hang it on a tree. I'm not getting rid of it.
But so it's okay to keep that stuff.
I would keep that stuff
All the-
because it's, all my ornaments mean something. I don't have like red balls on my tree or green
Yeah.
or every single ornament means something. And I can't get them all on there.
Yeah.
So I put them in a box and I keep them. And I've got one, special box for just my kids when they were young and all the pictures of them when they were, they
Yeah.
would be probably offended if they saw it on my tree. It's like, I'm not getting rid of it. And the little reindeer ears and, whatever. I keep them all.
All the popsicle stick crafts.
Popsicles, yes.
You've got these, don't you? In a
Yes.
box somewhere.
Yeah.
You've got to keep
so
those.
I do not get rid of those. They all have, many of them have dates on them, and I probably will never get rid of those.
All right. So it's okay to keep them. Okay.
Even if they're broken, I won't get rid of them. So I
do you
get
take them out every year and look at them?
No,
and see them? No.
I take
We
them out
look at
and I
them,
look
yeah.
at them because they're with my Christmas stuff. But I
Right.
don't put
Yeah.
them on the tree. Sometimes I'll rotate them and put different ones on the
Right.
tree, but they can't all fit on. Especially now that I have a cat, my tree stays in the corner. Normally it's in the center of the room, and I just want to keep it in the corner. I leave. I've got the cat scratching post and all the stuff that's taken over my space. But so I keep it in the corner. So now I can't put all this ornaments on there.
Right. One of the things that I do when I travel is I always get an ornament.
I do that
That's-
too.
So I can remember the trip even beyond the
that's smart.
pictures.
Yeah.
So I understand the whole you run out of You run out of space on the tree. You can't put them
do
all
that.
on.
And I've just started putting a date on the ornaments when I buy.
that's a good
I didn't
idea.
do
I
that
should
at
probably
first, so I
start
put
doing
like
that.
one of those
Yes.
label machines. I put like a label and you stick it on there.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, just so you remember. But I do that when I travel, and sometimes they end up in the back of the tree. Like I've got some from Siesta Key that are like little shells and stuff.
Yeah.
They're cute. I want them on there, but they can go in the back during the winter.
They don't have to be in the front.
No.
Okay.
No, they
Thank
get
you,
demoted
Elaine.
in the winter.
I feel better.
Anything else about Simply Organized Spaces or the Chamber or anything else that you would like to tell our listeners before we move on to 3RQs?
Well, the chamber's awesome. If you're not a member, you should be for many, many, many reasons. If you don't know why, listen to Shanna when she's on this show. But she's amazing, and Chamber's amazing, and I think members support each other and stay organized, folks. Be organized. Organizing
Your
is
life will be more
freedom.
calm.
It's calm, and it's you
Once
don't
you're
waste time looking
organized.
for stuff. So yes,
It's good for your mental health.
it is
It is
so good.
It really is.
I do have one last quick question.
Absolutely.
Purses.
Ooh.
My purse is organized. I'd show you.
I know, but like, what are some key things about keeping a purse organized? Because sometimes that's the most stressful, unorganized spot for me.
You know what I do?
So-
I buy a new purse and put the old stuffed one in the closet and take my wallet out. I truly do. Like in my closet, in my entryway, there's like 4 purses full of crap that
That's how
I.
you lose stuff. So when I buy a purse, it has to be functional. It has to have pockets. 6 pockets. So Vera Bradley is my go-to purse. So it's got 6 pockets. And then inside that, I've got a purse within a purse. I'll show you. It's
key, right?
It's a small, and it's got all your little things organized in there. So if I need a small purse, I take the small one out, and I'm all set to go. But everything, I can find things in seconds. My keys, it's in a separate slot for my keys, for my chapstick.
Mine's
Pam's
like a
shaking
black
her
hole.
head.
Mine's like a
Mints.
black hole.
A
I'm like, it's
smaller
in here
purse?
somewhere.
I'm going to show you mine
So
after.
the problem I have is I need a big purse because I always need to have one big enough to carry magazines. Like I
Yeah.
always have
Mine
my
fits a magazine.
Yeah. So,
It fits a file folder for my clients.
all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna show
So
you.
anyway, yeah.
But yeah, it's
Big
got to be
problem.
organized. I want to be able to find my keys in
Pockets.
1 second.
I bought this new purse that I'm using right now and 100% regret it because there's no inside pockets.
You need the pockets.
It's so, but it did come with a small purse inside of it. So I just kind of, yeah.
a cat purse. I'll show you the.
It's like a Christmassy cat purse.
cute.
Isn't it adorable?
Love it.
Yes.
Vera Bradley.
Winter is on the way, and if you're looking to get your vehicle, home, or health ready for all that Mother Nature has to offer, look no further than Uncle Andy's Digest. You'll find plenty of local businesses that take pride in providing great service at affordable prices. Holiday gift ideas? Yep, we have that too. It's all in the November issue of Uncle Andy's Digest, along with jokes, funny stories, shout-outs, an events calendar, and a whole lot more. Uncle Andy's Digest, your guide to, well, just about anything. Visit uncleandys.com.
I do like 3 random questions as long as they're, something I can answer.
We'll find out.
You're in lucky lane, because it is time right now for the podcast segment that is...
Not sweeping.
Vacuuming?
Fun.
It's dragging its foot across the kitchen floor,
Limping?
limping, perhaps.
If you will.
If I will.
If you will.
It's fun.
It's time for 3 random questions. We call it 3RQ now because we're cool.
Yeah, we are.
Right? We got
takes too long to
FPBs, we
say
got
it.
3RQs.
the lingo.
I
lingo.
have not actually ever called it that, but okay.
You need a song, Sarah. You need a song.
Oh, no.
That's what I said.
Okay, I'll work
Yeah,
on that.
Yeah.
We're going to record it.
Write
Yeah.
down the chords.
They're random. There are questions. There are 3 random questions.
Perfect.
I was
There are
going
Yes.
to
Do it.
include
Random
something about how mine are
questions.
always weird.
Yeah, I know. That's why I like it when Mark
Sarah,
chooses them. No
what's
offense.
I missed it. What'd she say?
Well,
She likes Mark's questions better than mine, is
well,
what I heard.
the would you rather questions, I don't like
Oh, I don't
those
have a would you rather question
because
for you today.
I hate both options.
Okay,
But
that's the point.
I know. I don't get it. I can't pick one.
That's the point.
Would you rather die this way or that way?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't.
I don't want to die.
Would you rather have an arm for a leg or a leg for an arm?
7 horses or 700 mice or
That's the chicken
What was the one? Would you rather have
Chicken.
robot arms or robot legs?
like no. I don't get it, Sarah.
All right, I'll ask something different.
Elaine, question number 1.
Okay.
What is something that you absolutely cannot give up?
chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, there we go.
Those
I
are
like
the
those.
best
I like the specific.
ever. But I try not to eat them because I try not to eat sugar. But if you're
Are we
talking people,
talking-
I got my family and all that
Are
stuff.
we talking store-bought cookies? Are we talking homemade?
Homemade, they got to be just right, soft and gooey and warm. This is why I don't make cookies, because they're too good.
Too good.
And I want to eat them. So, yeah, when I'm on vacation, I usually get a nice warm chocolate chip cookie. But really, people are more important. But I think that'd be an easy answer.
All right, we ready for question 2?
What is one thing you think is really overrated?
Boxing. I have never seen a boxing match. I'm sorry, I don't want to see people punching themselves, each other out, unless you're watching a Rocky movie, because there's a point to it. But
There's
no,
a story involved.
I don't get the whole boxing thing. I don't. I know there's friends. I'm sorry to people that I might have offended, but
Yeah, we just talked about this.
It's
the
okay.
other
We
day.
offend people all the time. You don't have to
I
apologize.
don't want to offend people, but no, I don't get it.
Yeah, that's fine. Not everybody does.
I don't either.
I wouldn't go for free. Never mind the kind of money they pay for the tickets, but.
Yeah, I don't enjoy people hitting each other.
No.
Like I'm like it just it makes me uncomfortable.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I also don't like to watch other people bleed.
No.
I have a very strong reaction to somebody else being in pain. Like the empath in me is like, I
Right.
can't do
Yeah.
anything about this.
Right.
And
I'd want to
need
stand between them. I don't want
need
him to get hurt.
do something about this.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Thank
All
you.
right. I'm going to give you.
That was an easy one.
What do you think the best part of living in outer space would be?
Oh, the freeze-dried ice cream.
There you go. That's a great
Those
answer.
little packets. So actually, I went to the Space Museum, and I thought, this is going to be boring. I'm going for my husband and my stepsons, and they wanted to do it on Valentine's Day one year. And I thought, this is going to be...
How romantic.
But it was, I know, that's another story for another day. But it was actually really, really, really interesting. But the best part was buying the souvenirs, the space ice cream, and the little snacks for my family.
I think living in space would be a nightmare for you because you'd put something on a shelf and then it would float away.
You can't be organized.
I know.
Awful.
Everything
just
would be
floating around.
Oh, that would be...
or actually, you'd have to be super organized because everything would have to be in its place and connected
Nailed down.
to and behind a closed cabinet, right?
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be good for me. I
They'd
can think of
probably
all the
have
bad
to-
things.
They'd have to cut your mission short.
They would.
You gotta get me out of here.
Can't do it.
Can't handle it. There's not enough ice cream to make it worth it.
So I've heard, so my husband was in the military, and he said those freeze-dried food, he says, they all taste exactly the same.
Oh, the
Beef
ready-made
dinner,
meal.
chicken dinner,
Yeah.
they're all the same. So
They're
it's
not
like,
good.
No, I've heard they're not good. So I've never tried them, but I've heard they're not good.
Well, thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for inviting me.
I hope you had fun.
It was so much fun.
And if you'd like to learn more about Elaine's business, you can go online to simplyorganizedspaces.me. We want to thank our sponsors for today, Rupert's Beverage and Redemption and United Piping. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com. We have our weekend preview coming up tomorrow.
Ooh, I love that.
So tune in for that. Find out what's going on in the greater LA area. Get out and have some fun and, dodge those raindrops because according to Pam's forecast,
Yeah.
it's going to be
Thanks a lot, Pam.
it's going to be raining.
I mean,
Extensively.
I've done really well for a long time.
You have.
Give me
You
a
have.
break.
You've given us some good stuff
You
for the
did
last
great.
couple months.
Thanks for listening.
Thank
We'll
you.
catch you tomorrow.